Hi everyone, I'm Jack. If you don't know who I am, I sell on Amazon and TikTok Shop. Over the last few years, I've done over 3 million in e-commerce sales. And originally that was just Amazon doing wholesale and stuff like that. Then private label with my own brands and now TikTok strategy, right? So I first launched in end of 2024 with my main brand, which has done about 150 to 200k in GMV, and that's actually a really challenging product as well. What we did, and since we've pivoted a lot and started new brands. Now we've actually just had a product launch about 2 weeks ago, and already it's done a £900 GMV day within 14 days, and it's around about a 60% net margin product. Okay, so and I've got others on the pipeline as well, working with other people. So essentially, I'm just going to give you basically they have my credentials, you could say, to why you might want to actually listen, take action on the steps I'm going to be talking about. Okay. Now, at the beginning, I'm going to be going over some of the edges that you might have. Okay, when you're launching a product on TikTok. At this point, I'm going to assume that you've already got the product in mind, or you've already got a brand or whatever, and you're looking to launch it on TikTok. Now, if you want to know how to find a good product, I've got a separate video on that, and you can take a look at exactly that video. But either way, even if you haven't done that, I think this is a really good video to watch even before you find the product, because it gives you a good understanding of what edges you might have when launching a product on TikTok Shop. And even if it's for you as well, you get a bigger picture of what's going on. Okay. And again, this isn't like it, but this is the blueprint that I've seen work for myself, for others who I'm working with, and other people that I see in the space. Okay. I like to keep a close eye on exactly what's going on, because TikTok can move, right, the way it's working. So, right, you've got your product, whatever, that's where we're at. Okay, some of the edges that you might have at this point. If you don't have any of these edges, it's fine. We're going to talk about what you do if you don't on the next slide. But anyway, so TikTok Shop affiliate community. If you already do TikTok Shop affiliate, perfect. You already know how to do good videos, how to get your product moving. That is like a huge edge. But if you have a community, that's even bigger. So if you're teaching 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, I know people who have got communities very large, and as soon as they launch a product, they go, I've got a friend, he's got a very large community, and he helped a brand launch. He's very high in demand. They went to 2 million GMV after like 6 months, which is pretty big, right? So the opportunity is insane because you've got such a scale marketing and everything. Okay, so large UGC access, a little bit different to like the affiliate community, but it's still really important because obviously you can leverage that asset of those UGC creators, right? So it's not as big, but it's still a pretty good edge. So previous creatives from other ads such as Meta, let's say you've already got a brand on Shopify or whatever, you already know roughly what works with, how you're converting, what kind of hooks you're running and things like that, what scripts you've got. And you can just put that out to the affiliate community that you're going to build if you don't have that. Okay. So proven sales in another marketplace or TikTok, similar, imitate scripts. But again, if people already know your brand a little bit and you've got a lot of stuff on personal branding and stuff that can go with the product, then again, you're ahead of most. Social media presence, personal brand. Now that's you are a footballer and you've got 100,000 followers on Instagram and a few 100,000 on TikTok or whatever. People know you. You are the hook. People trust you. People want to buy from you. So many people doing this in space now. In fact, I've got one at the moment I'm putting my own face to. It's going to take a bit of time still, but it's just really good for trust and conversion and things like that. Okay. So there are a lot of the edges that I believe you can have to get help you with your TikTok launch strategy. However, if you don't have an edge, then we're going to look at these. Okay. Now, this is these strategies I'm telling everyone to use right now. It's working very well. Again, it's going to vary from product to product, what edges you've got, or what resources you've got. It all varies massively. However, this is what we're doing. Okay, so this is how we launched the product. It's funny because I actually wrote this several days ago, and literally launched a new brand 14 days with this method, £300 plus GMV at 60% margin. That has changed. And within that 14-day period, it's actually hit, as I said, I think it's about £900 GMV day, which is pretty good for 14 days from launch, from a completely new product and completely new brand. Insane, right? So Main page UGC, proof the script scale ad. What do I mean by this? I mean, you're going to do video after video after video on your main TikTok page that is connected to your TikTok shop seller account. Okay. And once you've got a proven video that either goes organic viral, perfect, or if it's just converting well but has low views, and scale it as an ad and it's profitable, wicked. We're going to do that. Because at this point, when you obviously you're scaling through, money and stuff, yeah, perfect. But you're also going to build that social proof. You can't do that if you're on Shopify. This is the same as like Amazon. You have to get those sales, you have to get those reviews to actually get that social proof. You can't just fake it like people do on Shopify. Okay, you have to build it. So that's what we're building here through that scaling the ad and get the sales. But also, we're getting a lot of top affiliates to see the script that it's scaling, that it's selling well, and then those affiliates they're going to want to jump aboard, okay? But if you've got no social proof, no sales, no scripts, good affiliates, they're not really going to come to you. I think a lot of people are getting this mixed up, So yeah, you want good affiliates. You've got nothing to offer them. Unless you've got a huge budget and don't mind burning loads of cash, proof scripts faster and stuff like that, it's fine. But again, you don't want to be wasteful, because at the end of the day, just because you've got a big bank of money towards this project doesn't mean that you want to be wasteful, right? You still want to be tactical and know exactly where you're spending and what you're spending, right? So profitable sales, as I said, equals reviews income in, proof of sales, TikTok shop shows the amount sold, social proof being collected, and it will attract the affiliates. Okay, and then obviously we're going to double down on what's working, and then we're going to start to build our affiliate army of TikTok shop affiliates, and we're going to get them to copy the scripts that we've got, and then we can obviously do 50%, 60% of what's working, 20% iterations, and then 10-20% of new stuff that we're obviously put into the main stuff, because we need to keep UGC and videos and angles, fresh, because otherwise they'll fatigue. If your main page UGC is killing it, continue. More creators, same structure, same, but different. Run ads, constant trackable scale. Okay, ads is perfect. So a bit more about the product that I told you about with the 14 days, right? So that's done about 10 posts. First one did about 300,000 views. It's had a couple more that have done a few 100,000 views, all organic, and then ads are being put on it to test and to keep it a minimum kind of benchmark to get rid of the first batch in line with the batch 2 arriving. And then once the batch 2 comes, then it'll be scaled up further. Okay, so that's the kind of strategy that's there. But of course, if you've got an abundance of stock because you're on other platforms or whatever, then you're just going to keep scaling faster. Like we could get, higher than what's happening right now with that particular brand. However, again, just wait for stock. It's a brand new product. Again, proof of concept, all that type of stuff. So we don't want to go all out on the first one, get that feedback. So once you've established your affiliate program, this is your rapid, unexpected growth testing scripts, getting hundreds of videos posted. This is your 10 to 30K months at a faster rate and less risk. Because essentially you're going to give your product to affiliates and say, hey, this is the product. You're going to get 15% commission on every sale. These are the scripts that are working really, really well. If you do this, it'll work. Free sample, free sample, free sample, free sample. Get that to everybody, and then you're going to be able to scale much quicker and much faster. But again, you don't want to do that straight away, in my opinion, unless you have the edge. Unless you have the edge of the UGC/affiliate army. Okay, right, I hope all of that was useful. By the way, if you do want some help and you want to join the Brand Builder Club, then just drop me a message. There's going to be a link below this where you can book in a calendar. Again, you can just keep watching these videos. I'm going to be putting loads of stuff like this on YouTube, or it's going to help you with your TikTok shop and Amazon private label kind of area. So just take that, run with it. If you want that extra help, we're there. Use us, don't use us, it's fine. Or if you've got a brand, you're looking for more like an agency kind of deal, again, message me and we're open to working with people who've got decent products and values that we align with. Thank you for watching the video and hit follow. Cheers.